yesterday we hosted the Friends of Karura Forests community. Yeah?
Friends of Karura Forest. Yes.
Community
the
Forest,
CFA, Community
Forest Association.
Yes.
And we're talking about what's been happening at Karura Forest recently, when on 30th of last month, the Kenya Forest Service rolled out the new payment system through the eCitizen platform.
Yes. And
the Friends of Karura, who've been co-managing this forest with the Kenya Forest Service over the last number of years, since 2019, have not 19, right?
2009, actually.
Say that they were not informed. And so we said, so we've heard from the Friends of Karura. Let's also now hear from the Kenya Forest Service. And that's why the Chief Conservator of Forests, Alex Lemarkoko, is our guest here in the studio. Karibu sana, Alex.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you here. As we get into this conversation, we always begin with warming up with a quote. Something that was said a long time ago by somebody, and well, let's see whether it makes sense to you today. And Mariam is going to give you the quote.
Right, I'm standing in for Janet, and I'll share the quote with you. Tell me if it speaks to you. It's a quote by Nawal El-Sadawi. She's an Egyptian doctor, writer, and feminist. And she said, "You cannot solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it. You cannot solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it."
Yeah, this is a very, very deep, meaning, and basically you cannot be the source of a problem and be a solution. So that basically means that when somebody is responsible for something that is wrong, somebody else comes in to look for solutions. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So if you've caused the problem, you can't be the solution.
May not be the solution. It will be very difficult.
It will be difficult.
You could be assisted.
Yeah.
Through what we call assisted, but it's normally very difficult. Somebody else, another party normally has to come in to support. Yeah.
All right, we're getting into the conversation now. Let's begin with your role. Many Kenyans may not be privy to what the Chief Conservator of Forests does. Please give us some insight.
Thank you very much. The role of the Chief Conservator of Forests is basically to provide direction, leadership, and vision to the institution, which is Kenya Forest Service. And it's as a leader of Kenya Forest Service, I'm responsible for the staff, the resources, linkages, and working with the other stakeholders, and ensuring that the objective and the mandate and the vision of the service is attained by basically bringing all the resources together to achieve our objective. And our main objective is conservation, management, and protection of the forest resources and the allied resources also. And conservation in forestry entails much, much beyond just preservation. We also allow for a rational utilization of the resource. Yeah.
Legally, you're the body mandated to do that to our forests in this country. All our forests, all our gazetted forests. Karura is one of them. And the law also allows you to bring in the community to work together in conservation works and efforts of protecting forests. And from what we have seen, this is what has been happening in Karura Forest with the Friends of Karura Forest community. And in fact, in your own statements, you say you've been managing this community, this forest jointly with the Friends of Karura. 31st, or is it 30th, of last month, you roll out the new payment system. First, explain why you needed to roll out a new payment system.
Okay. Thank you very much. The new payment system is basically a government directive. It is a move from the manually operated government systems to the digital portal. And basically, Kenya, the current national agenda is actually to move to the digital superhighway. And you can see it's an agenda, it's a national agenda, it's not just for one institution. So in the year 2023, the government gave instruction that by the end of the year, all state agencies and governments will have migrated all the payment systems to the eCitizen platform. And that has taken place in all the forest stations in the country, 179 stations.
Right.
We have done that in all of them. We have complied. The only one that has been remaining is Karura Forest because of the previous arrangements. And that's the reason why we are basically implementing that directive.
So the one that was remaining was Karura because of the previous arrangement?
Yes.
Why are you calling it a previous arrangement?
The previous arrangement basically is that you see the model that we are using in Karura was more or less a pilot and using non-designated methods or platform. And this is where now we're moving away because of the directive.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say it was a pilot, it was a pilot that was put in place by the CFA, that's now Friends of Karura, plus the KFS.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the aim of the pilot?
Basically, we wanted to make things, move more efficiently. And it's the first time that we explored working with the other stakeholders and raising resources to enhance the management of the resource.
Of the resource.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the directive is there. We're moving to 222.
Yeah.
What information was given to the Friends of Karura about the move? And maybe you can just come up a little bit.
Yeah, basically, the Friends of Karura, we work together. We have never differed. In fact, our engagement has been very, very cordial. We share a lot of information. We work, they are our core managers. And as a result of that, they have all the information. We have meetings. Our staff have monthly meetings with them through the joint management agreement. Joint management committee.
Yeah.
And therefore, in terms of communication, they are with us all the time. So it cannot be that they have not been aware of the government processes.
When was this communicated at the joint management committee meeting that the 30th would be the cutoff date from the old system to a new system?
You see, we have had various concerns that has been raised, and one of them is a ministerial audit team that worked hand in hand with the Friends of Karura to review the existing structures and the processes. And jointly, and they are very much aware, and they have also cooperated very well, and the recommendation of that audit was very clear, that there's an issue of non-compliance to the PFM Act. And therefore, a recommendation then was that we have to comply with the PFM. And compliance basically means migrating now to the eCitizen. Arising from that...
Just hold on, sir. So you're saying that an audit done jointly, but with officials from the ministry, found non-compliance with the Public Finance Management Act.
Correct.
What aspect of the Act?
The issue of collection of public funds.
What aspect of that?
The collection of public funds are supposed to be accounted for and appropriated through government processes. Okay. Yeah.
So then what was discussed thereafter? After this report was tabled, what was the agreement in the joint management committee?
Correct. The report was tabled and a meeting held on 30th of June at the KFS headquarters, and that meeting was chaired by the PS for Forestry, State Department of Forestry. And in this meeting, the audit report was presented with the recommendations, and it was agreed in that meeting that Friends of Karura will now have to comply with the PFM Act.
Are there minutes to this meeting?
Yes, we have minutes to this meeting, and the meeting was attended by, amongst them, the chair of the FKF, the Friends of Karura, who is actually a judge.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was agreed that we'll comply with the PFM Act.
Correct.
Was the date given as August?
They were given 1 month to engage in meetings to provide how to go about it. But
a month to meet and agree on a formula.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That was June.
So
by
July.
the end of July, and basically the idea was the migration takes place during the new financial year. But there was a lot of delay. Yeah.
What occasioned the delay?
There?
What occasioned the delay?
The friends of Karura were not ready.
So what was being reported in the Joint Management Committee meetings?
It was just to agree.
What I'm asking is what's on official record? Because you say on the 30th of June, a meeting takes place. It's chaired by the Principal Secretary for Forestry.
Yes.
And it's discussing Karura.
Yeah.
And the Joint Management Committee is present.
Yes.
Representing both FKF and the Friends of Karura.
Correct.
The report of the audit is tabled, showing that we need to comply with the Public Finance Management Act. And you say that the meeting resolves that this issue shall be resolved within a month.
Yeah.
So at the end of July, which is the end of that 1 month, what did the JMC record in its meetings or in its minutes
As the way forward.
as the way forward? As the reason why they're not ready to comply at that time, and then the next step forward.
Well, they just did not come back.
There was no JMC meeting?
The GMC meeting was not, that matter was not discussed at the GMC.
Okay.
Okay.
Did the Ministry on KFS raise this issue at the JMC meeting?
Well, that matter was supposed to have been discussed, but you see, the chair of the committee is not KFS.
Does the chair only set the agenda, or did the KFS, for example, bring the issue up? Because any meeting will have its agendas and then any other business. So even if it was not part of the agenda, did the KFS bring it up at this?
Yeah, you see, the issue of migration is not a JMC issue. It's a directive. Yes. And a directive, this is not about when or how. It has to be complied with.
Yes, but you have partners.
Yeah.
And you have partners with whom you have a legally recognized agreement.
Yeah.
That is, here we are jointly managing this particular forest as community and as the Kenya Forest Service. So the Joint Management Committee was established so that you discuss these issues of how you manage the forest. It has been discussing collection.
Yeah.
It has been discussing expending the collections. So, and it has also discussed the audit report, as you say. And it has also discussed a deadline date. At the end of the deadline, if the matter is not brought up, what action did KFS take then to bring up the issue with the community and say, community, we have had this, it's been a pilot, successful or not, we'll ask you about that later.
Yeah.
These are the next steps we are taking now because the matter needs to be concluded.
Okay. No, the issue is that, there are only two issues that were discussed. The two pertinent issues. Number one, the fact that compliance with the PFM and the requirement to migrate to eCitizen is not an option. That is one. Two, should we migrate to eCitizen, which means the money will now be collected through the e-portal, the fear of the Friends of Karura was, how are we going to run the affairs of this of Karura Forest now that the money is not going to be collected by themselves? And the main issue was that the assurance. What assurance do you give us that you're going to have the money? And those were the discussions that were expected to be
Ironed out.
To be ironed out. And it was very clear to us because we told them that all you have to do is develop a work plan, budget it, present it to the KFS board, which approves, which considers and approves, and then we are going to finance that budget. Now, so that was the only issue they had fears. But as to whether we migrate or not, that was not an issue.
Okay.
Because it was a directive.
The proposed solution goes against the agreement that you have. Because in the agreement that you have for the joint management of the forest, it does not say that requests shall go to the board of KFS on how to run the forest. Does it?
Yeah.
It talked about jointly collecting revenues, jointly discussing the areas of focus on expenditure, jointly spending the money, jointly accounting for the expenditure. And now here is KFS comes and says, from this point on, the money comes to a different pot. And if you want to spend any money, you have to apply to the Kenya Forest Service for it to consider your application and may approve or may not approve for you to spend. That is against the agreement, isn't it?
No,
it's basically saying we are breaking the agreement or you're amending the agreement.
No, it's not against the agreement because co-management does not necessarily mean we are equal partners.
What does it say in your contract?
KFS is the principal partner.
Okay.
The FKF and the Friends of Karura, they are just co-managers.
Okay.
So it's not that they make rules. Rules are made by Parliament, and we must comply. In fact, the FMA, Section 12 of the FMA, requires the CFA to comply with the existing national laws and any instructions. And if they fail to comply, it actually amounts to a breach of the Forest Management Agreement.
I hear you, Mr. Lemarkoko, and it's right. I mean, in terms of compliance with the law is one issue.
Yes.
But here you are as partners, and you've been operating in this particular format with an agreement in effect. And the agreement says that we shall jointly discuss how to spend the money. It does not say who's superior, who's the other. Obviously, the mandate, legal mandate for management of the forest is with Kenya Forest Service. But you've been working this way. When you say now that we are changing, did you discuss amending the agreement? Did you discuss revoking the agreement and writing up a new one?
Yes,
because it changes.
Correct.
It changes everything in this agreement.
It does.
You're no longer jointly managing the forests.
It's,
No. You know, there's nothing that has changed. Nothing has changed. Management continues.
But
The administrative structures continue. Collection of resources of money continues. The only change is that that money does not now use the avenue of the account that is managed by Friends of Karura and KFS. This is now
There are two
funds.
changes. There are two changes. Where the money goes to is one change, which is it's going to a government account.
Yes.
And then because Kenya Forest Service will then have access to that money, it's now how then we bring it to run Karura Forests.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because when the fees are paid for entry to any forest in the country, that is KFS appropriation in aid. Is it not?
Yes.
So you have access to this money and how you spend it.
Correct.
Following procedures that are laid out in law. In this particular case, we are saying that the money now moves from this pot, which we shall jointly reign and do this and the other. It goes into this other pot, which is government according to the law. But how the money moves from that to come and run the forest is where the issues arise. Previously, we had joint signatories to this account.
Right.
Previously, we have been having joint management committee meetings, sitting to decide, let's buy nurseries, let's recruit people, let's do this and the other, let's repair a fence. Okay? And then we sign off and we withdraw the money.
Yes.
Now we cannot jointly sign off to withdraw the money.
It's up to the KFS to approve of a plan fronted by the Friends of Karura.
So
you see, that's a change.
That now is a change in the agreement.
No. Let me tell you this.
You're moving from a partnership.
Let me say this. When there is a new directive, when there's a new law, it supersedes the existing laws.
There's no new law, sir.
There's an instruction.
That's not a new law.
It's not a law, it's a directive. But it's not a law.
There is no new law.
It's derived from the law.
The Public Finance Management Act has not been amended. Neither have the regulations been amended.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then
is there a new law?
To say
but we have a new government directive that requires that all closure of non-designated collection points. And
which is fair. So here's the thing. The directive exists, right? And we are moving towards compliance to it. But you can see how moving in this move to be compliant with the 222, then you're moving from a partnership to a situation where essentially the KFS is now the pot holder and the approval point for all funds that will run Karura. So that is a change in partnership. It's a change in the structure.
Not in partnership.
It absolutely
is. It is in a collection.
It is, because, but the money is a very principal part.
It's really about the KFS being the principal manager, working with the CFA. The only thing that has now changed is the funds will be channeled through another process.
Yes.
And
that discussion that we held where the PS was chairing was basically to iron out the processes and how we're going to do it. Yes. And this is the time where now the CFA was expressing its fears.
Yes.
That how then are we going to finance our operations?
Yes.
And in that discussion, they were assured that all our operations, they're not their operations, all our operations will be financed through the approved government system.
Yes.
Now, it's not about partnership, because partnership continues. Partnership continues.
Not really, because there's a difference between me operating a joint account with Eric, where if he withdraws, I sign off and see, and if I withdraw, he sees and signs off, as opposed to Eric operating an account that I am asking money from and saying, hi, this is my plan. I'm going to spend it on coffee and tea and milk. Can you please approve? That's not a partnership. Right? We have to go on a short break, but we'll just get back. I'll leave you lingering on that one. We'll go on a short break, but we'll come back. The question is all about Karura at a crossroads. We're, of course, with Alex Lemarkoko, the Chief Conservator at the Kenya Forestry Service. We'll be right back.
Alex Lemarkoko is the KFS Chief Conservator of Forests.
Yes.
Utatuma your videos,
Yeah.
We'll just do it here before you leave.
I'll do that.
In fact, you even tell us about all the other forests.
Yes.
You can tell us, come and visit this particular forest. Which forest do you think is actually very good, but people don't know about?
People don't know,
We should visit. I know there are many. Just give us one.
Go to Ngarandare Forest.
Ngarandare Forest.
Ngarandare is because of the waterfall or the
waterfalls, the boardwalk.
Yeah.
You are able to see the forest ecosystem and also linking up with the other grass in the savanna grassland with the wild animals, migrating from the forest to the savanna, and it's quite beautiful.
Okay.
Sasa sisi watu waliotoka Ngarandare iko wapi?
Ngarandare iko karibu na iko Meru County, between Meru and Laikipia County. Yeah, the closest town will be Timau.
Timau.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a call on the line before, as we get back into this conversation. Richard from Naivasha would like to join in. Richard, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your question or comment?
Good morning.
Morning to you.
My name is Richard from Naivasha. I want to direct a question to Mr. Alex, our guest today.
Okay.
Kindly, if I may ask Mr. Alex, where was the government when all this was happening at Karura Forest? And now that the government, all this money, you are directing us to pay eCitizen. Okay, how will Karura be managed, and what will happen next if the government hasn't been able to save Karura Forest since 2010 when bodies were still dumped there, when Karura wasn't passable? Okay, what do we expect next if the government takes it? And the government itself is the one that took it from the heart of the people, and the Karura Forest actually was out of us. No one could get there. We couldn't do anything there. Now that Karura Forest is good, the government wants to take it.
Right. Thanks, Richard. I think that's a great question that also speaks to what Professor Karanja said yesterday, which also sets the stage for why we have this sort of joint management of Karura and forests across Kenya, right? There was a point where there was very little trust within the system to protect forests and with KFS itself, and that's how the system came about. So now it seems things are good and we want to go back. I think that's a great place to start the question. And then also, there's a few more, but let's start with Richard's.
Yeah, mine is just to say that the government was at the center of the entire process of improving the Karura forest. The Friends of Karura were not working alone. We were working together. So the success is attributable to both parties. So we are not coming back. We are only improving. We are already there. Secondly, how will it be managed? It will be managed as it has always been managed. All that is going to change is the flow of the resources, the money. It has to go to the consolidated fund first, then come for money for the management. Nothing will change.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have over 120 staff who are working here, employed by the Joint Management Committee. Again, FKF and Friends of Karura. Are those ones out of job
KFS.
today? FKF,
KFS and
Friends of Karura.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Are they still at work or are they out of work?
They are part and parcel of a joint management. They are at work. We are not aware that they are not at work. As a matter of fact, we have only enhanced our working relation. But if there's an issue between the FKF themselves, because some of them have come back, others have not come back. But at the end of it all, there's nothing that will change. Nobody's going to sack anybody. These are Kenyans.
But they're employed by the Joint Management Committee.
Yes.
Okay, let's get a call in from Anthony from Ngong, who wants to ask a question before we continue. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning. Habari ya asubuhi.
Mzuri sana.
Okay, my question is, what is the reason behind the CFA being involved in collection of money, a tax and responsibility that is supposed to be done by the government? I think hiyo kukua wamepewa ruhusa ya kuokota pesa ndio inafanya kuna hiyo mvutano ya KFS na CFAs. Yeah.
So unasema KFS hawafai kucollect hiyo pesa?
No, wanaweza, KFS wanaweza, but mbona wakapea PFA ruhusa ya kuwa wanaokota pesa pia?
Okay.
So
the start of the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that an anomaly to allow the community to be involved in gate collections?
As for the latest audit report, it's a non-compliance. And that's what we are now correcting.
What is a non-compliance?
Non-compliance with the processes, the Finance Management Act, which governs all publicly collected resources.
Maybe give us an example.
Yeah.
In Garendare, if I go today, will I pay to enter?
In Garendare?
Yes.
Yes.
Who am I paying to?
You are paying to the concessionee because, Garendare is under concession.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, which is a public forest that you directly manage?
Ngong Forest, if I go to Ngong Forest.
All right. Yeah. If I go to Ngong Forest, today, I will pay. Yeah. I'll find a KFS officer at the gate. Yeah. And I will pay. Correct. Where does that money go?
That money goes to the portal, the 222, the pay bill.
Okay.
222.
Which account does it land in?
222. It's landing to the KFS account within the eCitizen.
So there's a Kenya Forest Service account.
Yes.
It doesn't go just into the big consolidated fund.
Well, it goes first the consolidated fund.
Where it's directed
then
out.
eCitizen automatically redirects it to the KFS account.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what we had previously was not a KFS account, it was a joint account.
It was yes.
KFS and FKF.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it have been okay if this money came here as into the KFS account? So it will be meeting all the other money that is being collected from all forests and all other operations of KFS coming here into this one pot, one KFS account, right? Yeah. Or do you have different accounts? Ngong Forest account
No.
Ngong Forest B account?
There's one
Forest
collection account. Only one collection account across the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would it have been okay if it was then coming here, but it is clearly audited and you can tell that this is from Karura, and therefore it goes to running Karura? Because right now, as you collect in Ngong, you don't necessarily, we don't have a facility improvement fund like we have in hospitals now. But when you pay money into a certain facility, it stays in that facility. When it goes into the KFS account, Ngong money will only come later with KFS deciding how much money it wants to put back into Ngong.
Yeah.
Right.
So what happens to Karura now? If Karura is raising 100,000 shillings today, and they've been budgeting, knowing that we raise 100,000
shillings a day, yeah.
and now KFS now has all the money, what happens now?
You know, you said it very well. We are jointly managing. So if there's a problem, it's not going to affect the CFA only. It's going to affect KFS also, because we are working together. So, but we are actually figuring out that issue of ensuring that whatever budget is required will be provided, because the custodian of this money is Kenya Forest Service. So
Are you open to amending your agreement to basically ring fence that monies collected from Karura come back either to the JMC or some other form, come back into conserving and managing Karura?
In fact, all the money that would be required for running Karura will still come to the GMC. It will still come to GMC, because GMC is a manager, is a joint management for Karura,
So-
where KFS and the CFA are part and parcel.
So what system exists?
Yeah.
Because when the money goes into the KFS, into the consolidated fund, then to KFS,
Yeah.
what system exists for noting that this is Karura money, this will go back to Karura? Because once it goes into the KFS pot, like you said, that's all forests in the country, every collection gate in the country from what?
Yeah, but we also have many other forest stations that are being run using the same arrangement. So Karura will not be exceptional. All you have to do is to ensure that Karura, the funds for running Karura will be availed. And that is the responsibility of Kenya Forest Service.
I have many questions. And I'll come back to this because I'm still, the assurance that Karura monies will come back to Karura and into the JMC is, I'm still not getting it clearly. But over the weekend, there was a fee increase for people coming into Karura. How come? Because the timing is, again, very odd. Immediately after the switch to eCitizen, fees go up significantly for entry into Karura.
Okay. Yeah, but Karura was not charging VAT. They are not paying VAT. So they are not charging VAT. So now, because it's now a government accounting process, VAT has to be paid. So that is one. Two, for eCitizen, we have what we call a convenient fee. Convenience fee is per transaction, not per person. So if 20 people came as a group and they want to pay, they will pay once. And
with 150 bob transaction.
Will be a 50 shilling for all of them. That is 150 shilling will be on top of over and above their payments. So there are only two increases: the convenience fee and VAT, which was not used to be paid.
So an increase of 16 shillings, that's VAT for every 100, because it was 100 before.
Yes, correct.
And 50 shillings for convenience.
For every transaction.
So if I'm a solo visitor, I'm coming in, I'll pay 166.
174. 166.
Yeah, 166 shillings.
Yes,
Was that what people were paying over the weekend?
Some were paying 166, in fact, even Professor Karanja mentioned 166.
Yeah.
Okay.
And others now, I think the difference was in per transaction.
Yeah.
Either with the
if you are three
transaction
people,
fee. Yeah.
that's one transaction. That's 150 bob, but it's 116, 116, 116 with 150 bob fee.
Yeah.
So that's where the difference comes in. I want to ask
The VAT, sorry.
on the VAT.
Yeah. What are we complying with there with now adding VAT to park fees?
You're asking what we're complaining?
What are we complying with now adding VAT to forest fees?
Yeah, all collections by KFS are required to be VAT compliant, and even trees that we sell, we must pay VAT. Yeah.
Okay, they're required. Okay, to be VAT compliant. So we've added now. That's 16%.
Correct.
All right.
We have a call on the line. He says his name is James from Kiambu, and that he is a former employee of the Friends of Karura. James, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line.
Thank you very much for calling in. First, tell us, you say you previously worked at Karura?
Yes, I previously worked for Friends of Karura.
Okay. And until when?
Until 2 years ago.
All right. You've got a question or contribution?
I've got a question to the CCF. So, number one, does the CCF knows of the Friends of Karura's existing structures in terms of workforce, from the manager, the forest manager, the researchers, the support staff, the scouts, and all that? And with this new arrangement, what are his plans in terms of remuneration of this staff? Because some of them don't really earn as the forest rangers that they employ as KFS.
They earn more or less?
Earn the same?
No, they don't earn the same.
Do they earn more or do they earn less?
Some earn more, some earn less.
Okay.
So there's no
Yeah, that's
standardization.
question number one.
Okay.
Question number two. Being that now the structure still exists between the KFS and the FKF, but now they have channeled the payments to a different platform, being just approved by KFS only, they are not FKF. What are KFS projections in terms of how are they going to manage the forest? You should make it white and black, that this is how we are going to manage the forest moving forward. And number three, Mr. Lemarkoko has been in the service for a very long time. He got even a promotion he was a commandant within the service. And he knows in and out what Karura Forest is, what the forest has done, and all that. Recently, they did a tarmac inside Gate 15. He is very much aware, inside the Ranger village.
Yeah.
And this tarmac one, there was no consultation with Friends of Karura Forest. And in the Joint Management Committee, all projects within the forest must be approved by the JMC. So why did they do that without consultations with the JMC?
Thank you, James.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we've got really good questions from you. I think the only one that I think you've already answered is to how the management will continue, and you've said, it's as is. But
so no change in payroll. Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I said. We don't intend to make any change. Yeah.
What about the standardization that he's speaking of?
No.
Some of the rangers employed by the JMC earning either more or less than KFS rangers.
Yeah, we don't intend to change any existing arrangements. We will continue with the existing Friends of Karura arrangements.
Agreements.
Yeah.
Okay. The issue of the tarmac as well, we spoke again with Prof yesterday, leading up to the Rangers Village. Tarmac, no consultation, just according to Prof, it's bulldozers come and then you see tarmac being put up almost overnight.
Yes, you see, we have in the PFMP, Participated Forest Management Plan, we have zoned out 4 types of areas within the forest. We have the indigenous area, which is a conservation. We have the plantation area, which is basically, and each of those areas, there's a recommendation of action by the PFMP.
Yep.
For the conservation area, you maintain it for conservation.
Yep.
For ecotourism areas to be continually improved so that it can become good for
conservation.
For conservation. For plantation area, we are supposed to convert 15 hectares per year into
Is it hectares or acres?
Hectares.
15 hectares.
That's
It's over
large.
30 acres.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every year.
Every year,
Okay.
to convert to revert to natural forest.
To indigenous.
To indigenous natural forest.
Okay.
But the fourth zone is the developed areas, which includes the KFS headquarters and the staff quarters.
Yeah.
And the recommendation, as per the PFMP, is that maintain and develop. So when we improve the road network within our headquarters, that is as per the PFMP. So the issue of whether there is an agreement or an approval does not arise, because the PFMP is very, very clearly outlines that we can continue developing. I'm now developing a new headquarters.
Within Karura?
Within Karura. Yes.
What we heard from the Friends of Karura yesterday was on the issue of the headquarters and the staff quarters. In fact, he called it the Kijiji.
Yes.
Right? Where we've had staff quarters for a while where Rangers were staying. That the agreement was that dedicate some resources from what we are collecting into building quarters for staff next to the headquarters, so that then you can leave this Kijiji, do not develop it. Once they move, then you shall convert this into a conservation area. Is that true or is that not true?
It's not true.
Are you saying the agreement is that we retain the Kijiji?
The PFMP designates the Kijiji area as a developed area.
And it should remain.
And it should remain, and recommends that it should remain that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the justification for putting a tarmac to it?
We are Kenyans. KFS officers and rangers are Kenyans. They need to live in decent environment. The tarmac road facilitates movement at night. You don't have to walk on muddy paths. So, like
how old is the newest structure in the Kijiji?
1 month old.
And the oldest?
The oldest is almost 50 years old.
And they're all inhabited?
They're all inhabited.
Have they been refurbished?
We are currently refurbishing.
So what's the process? What comes first? Refurbish or put in the tarmac?
Putting the tarmac
because
is
you're talking about Kenyans living in a decent environment.
In dignity, yeah.
And dignity.
Correct.
The ones that are living in a dilapidated 50-year-old house.
Yes.
Do they consider the refurbishment of that house?
Yeah.
Or
the tarmac? No, the tarmac was a negotiated agreement with one of our stakeholder who offered to improve our road network.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me that the management of Karura has several aspects. One, Kenya Forest Service, you can approach your partners and come in and develop Karura from other funds.
Right.
Friends of Karura, you can approach other partners and come in and develop Karura. And then also jointly, you can approach partners jointly and develop Karura.
Correct.
How many accounts were running Karura?
I am aware of only 2 accounts. The one that is joint account, and of course the one that is run by FKF. But we are not running Karura alone. In KFS, we are running many other forests.
So FKF has a different account?
Yes, I'm saying one of the non-compliance issue
was, that public monies are...
That public money is being run by accounts that cannot be audited by the Auditor General.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I'm still trying to get back to the issue of the compliance. That's fine. And then now, how to make sure that money comes back. Also still a bit, the issue of developing the village. I mean, developing the tarmac to the village. If there are indeed now partnerships and people that you're collaborating with, anyway, I won't speak to the priorities, but there's a question here. Karura Forest was the only self-financing forest. Money going into the big pot will never come back. That's according to why. And that's, I think, a big issue here. How do monies collected via 222, how are they identified from which forest or park they are coming from? This follows my questions on the remittances of AIA afterwards. What's AIA?
Appropriations in aid.
In aid. Okay, appropriations in aid. So then that still begs the question, how do we ring fence Karura monies to come back to Karura? Okay. What's the guarantee there? Because I think as any visitor of Karura will tell you, the quality of service and of the forest and of the maintenance over the last maybe decade or so has been excellent. And there is a worry that we'll go back to the days of, it's not safe to walk inside Karura. Okay. There's bodies being found inside Karura, etc.
An assurance. KFS and FKF and the Friends of Karura, we are sailing on the same in the same boat. If the boat sinks, we both sink. Do you think I will want to sink?
No.
I will not want to sink.
No.
So I have to work to ensure that management of Karura does not collapse. That is my role as a Chief Conservator of Forest. So the worries, I will also be worried. And in fact, I will be more worried than even the caller. If there's going to be a compromise of security or compromise of management. That is one. Then two, ring fencing the money. That's actually the whole idea of discussion between ourselves and the Friends of Karura. And that is what we are pursuing now with the ministry and even with Treasury. And there's no way we are going to have Karura becoming poorly managed. As a matter of fact, we want to make it better managed than what it is now. Yeah.
Alex Lemarkoko is the Chief Conservator of Forests, otherwise the boss of the Kenya Forest Service. He's been our guest. We've been talking about... Yeah?
I'm the big servant.
The big servant at the Kenya Forest Service. We'll be talking about the Karura Forest and also other forests. We'll invite you again to talk about other forests. I mean, we need to talk about forestation in this country and how we manage the green spaces and how we can access all of them. Keep it here for more conversations. It's coming up to 9 a.m.